Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to touch base here on FASTLY stock. Now this is one that I have traded very heavily in the past, and the last time that I mentioned them on the channel was around November of 2020 when we did consider this a buy around the $77 a share range. Now after that trended upwards, I told you guys to step out near $90 to $100, and that was told to you guys here on the free Discord, which is going to be linked down in the description below. So as always, if you want to hear about our daily plays and signals, make sure you get in there, and it's also a great community. So as always, enjoy that, guys. But if you did catch this stock when I said at $70 and you rode all the way up to 116, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, as this was a monster move to take advantage of. And even though I personally was out, I'm glad a lot of you guys were able to profit. But right now you can see that FASTLY has been taking a tumble from highs of around 116 all the way to this buying area around $65 a share. However, the volume has not increased in any sort of way, and this is giving us an indication of what people are thinking about FASTLY stock. Now, with any company, there are going to be cycles where there are high volume and where there are low volume, and that is going to be based on the fact that they are either oversold or overbought, or where the market is considering itself as a whole. Now, right now, the market is extremely sold off, and there are a lot of companies that receive hundreds of millions of shares orders every day, and they aren't receiving even half of that. So that is just absolutely normal for this market. But I feel like FASTLY is going to be one of those stocks that is not only receiving lower volume, but it is receiving lower volume at a time when it doesn't really deserve any volume. And I think that their last earnings report is going to be an indication of what we can expect with this FASTLY stock in the future. Now, right now, you can see they did get beat down very strongly after their earnings. And like I said, they did not report anything good or anything worth pushing up the stock about. And this has almost halved their value here over the last few weeks, all the way down to 65 a share. Now, even though we are at these lower prices, one of the things that I like to tell you guys is don't buy blindly. Don't just buy whenever you feel like it. Make sure the market is behind you and that you have the strength of every other investor interested in FASTLY behind you. And you can see that if you bought this week, or if you bought FASTLY at all over the last few days, this is not a good company to invest into. $65 is holding as a support for right now, but it looks like the stock is trending downwards overall. And you can see that the stock came up to test the 200 EMA, the bluish green line, which show us the long direction of a stock, and it got rejected very strongly. So right now we're watching for FASTLY to even break below this ultimate support all the way down to some new levels, where I want to show you guys where they're going to head right now. So like I said, it's my personal opinion that FASTLY is very overvalued at $65 a share. I don't like what I saw in the earnings at all, and I think that a lot of other investors don't like what they saw either. Now, that isn't to say that FASTLY could see a resurgence this week. $65 is ultimately a very sold off price historically for this chart, and you can see that even on the stock pattern here, $65 has consistently held up as that price where the stock makes a bounce. But right now we're seeing that the stock is at $65 and there is absolutely no strength. There is nobody in the market trying to pick this stock up right now, and there is really nobody thinking this is a great deal. Now, obviously 65, like I said, is that support price, so it might hold over in the long term, and it might become a point where FASTLY stock just drags out here sideways, 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 until eventually it comes to the next earnings and then makes another run. But guys, that is not the type of investment we want to be locked into, and especially with the market so volatile and so weak, it is a very realistic possibility for this stock to be breaking down to a new level of support. So exactly, I want to show you what that level is, where I see this stock breaking down to, and I want to show you with some news pieces following why I think that the stock will be making a move down, and why I think that the news is so negative with FASTLY, as well as why I think investors are avoiding this stock. Now, with FASTLY or any other stock, when we are looking for a point of support or resistance, it's going to be absolutely critical to find a moment in the past with the stock when they were either having some trouble going in a certain direction, or where they might have had some back and forth trading. And you can see that with FASTLY, the last time they had this back and forth, or even a big back and forth, was around the $50 a share range. So exactly, I think that FASTLY will bounce down to this $50 a share range, with a possibility of even reaching down to 36 a share if this $65 support is broken. So guys, that is a big if this huge support, which has been holding for absolutely months, is broken here on FASTLY stock, which seems very likely here over the next few days, then the last support that I'm watching is going to be that $36 a share level. And I think that Fastly will bounce at this point, and that will be a good time to buy them. But honestly, if they come down to this level, it's hard to know whether investors will be ready to jump back in on the stock or whether it will be too far gone in investors' minds. So that's another thing to think about. And that's exactly why I want to touch on Fastly news. Now, if we do just search up the stock name Fastly, FSLY, you can see that one of the first things that we get are these really negative articles about why the stock was getting slammed, along with other names like Zoom and Peloton, which I have recommended Peloton in the past, but Zoom is one that I've told you guys to absolutely stay away from. So as you can see, this is not a good stock, or at least as far as propaganda being put out on the internet. And you can see that they are talking about how this stock is down. A lot of the questions that people are asking, or the most popular about this stock, are related to whether it's even a good investment, why it's dropping, what exactly does it even do, does TikTok still use it, which this is a piece of news from months ago. So guys, you can see that there is nothing fresh here on Fastly. Nobody is watching this stock really, and the volume says it all. You can see that it has been declining over the last few days, and there is really no hope here for this company to see a huge wave of volume unless we get some kind of insane piece of news, which I doubt will be coming anytime soon, with the market feeling some pressure. So guys, Fastly is a stock that I ultimately would not recommend as a buy right now. Please do not buy this stock. I know that it is very sold off, but I do not recommend this company. There are a lot of other stocks that went all the way to the moon and came back. I'm talking about Overstock, Viacom, even Fubo, etc. There are going to be names that have hype, that move very strongly, but once they come down below that 200 EMA, you guys need to know that they are in danger of potentially ripping back down, and Fastly is one of those that is currently in danger. So as always, guys, please be very careful with this stock. If you are trading it, if you are in a long-term position, consider leaving the position, or at the very least consider averaging down, because this is going to be a company that needs time to recover, and I think that they are going to drag their feet all the way back up to 76 if they even do make a move. But if they break down below the support, then I think that $36 will be the obvious level to watch here over the next few days with Fastly. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, if you are trading this stock and want to know exactly what I do as far as my trades, my portfolio, make sure you check out the description links, because there's going to be my free Discord where I make my daily plays and signals, and also the link to this TradingView, which is the platform you're seeing me on today, and where I do all of my technical analysis. So that's completely free in the description down below, and some great tools if you are a beginner trader. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for the support every single day, and I hope all your trades are in the green.